your girl, Nikki Renee.
And I am Paris Fresh.
And
this is the third episode
yes.
of the African Diaspora through 99 and 2000s.
In a 90s kind of world.
I'm glad I got my girl.
What?
Keep your head up. What? Keep your head up.
That's right. Hey.
That's my shit.
Yes. Anyway.
That was Nicole who made that sound. Yeah. Just know I can't sing. So if you heard the harmony, it was all Nicole. I made it a little something, but it wasn't enough.
So how you been, Paris?
Girl, this has been a week. I had to take some time off for some self-care because the things that are happening as related to Blackness, and I'm being made more aware of it, most definitely takes a toll. So self-care. I'm painting a lot, so that's my way of self-care.
Yeah, you show me some of your paintings. I keep telling Paris that you need to let these babies out into the world. Let them become a part of someone else's life.
Maybe
let them go out to the world and make this money.
What? Because
you could be the next Basquiat.
Hey,
okay.
We were talking about like how I want some of my paintings. I don't know. It's just like each one that represent like a journey that I've gone through. It's kind of like to sell that. It's just like I want to look at it and say, I've come pretty far. But I'm thinking like the ones that are kind of easy for me to make. Like I did Penny Proud. I did Carlton. I did Maxine Shaw from Living Single. What I'll probably do is I'll probably just most likely recreate those because those were easy for me to do.
Right.
And then I'll sell those and like make prints of them. But as of now, if y'all had some of y'all want them, I'll post them on Instagram. But
yeah, you should post them and everybody hit Paris up and let her know how great these paintings are.
Thank you. Yeah. How have you been?
I have been just, hustling through life and just trying to make it. Just trying to make it. Oh,
all I got is
Trey.
a dollar and a dream.
Is you gonna roll with me? Cause I tried a 9 to 5 and it just don't fit me.
That lip quiver, it was new to the world.
Yes, Trey. So this is officially this weekend the 10th anniversary of Trey Songz' first album, I Gotta Make It, and y'all have to understand. I don't think y'all understand the extent to which I am a Trey Songz fan.
I don't know why you don't understand. If you follow her on any social platform, you should already know.
You need to know. Okay, I am a Trey Songz fan. Like
y'all. Stan.
I'm a stan. I am a psycho. I have met this man numerous times. I have numerous autographs. I'm still mad at my sister-in-law because she messed up my picture that I took with him in Wichita, Kansas. I'm still mad at you because her hands was shaking and the camera got blurry. And what's crazy is, he dropped this album, right? I was on this album so heavy that summer, back in 2006. And then I was helping my sister go back to Virginia because my older sister was going to Hampton. Hey, HU, the real HU. Let me stop. But we were driving back out there. Then she tells me, oh my goodness, Trey Songz, this guy we've been listening to all summer, he's going to be at Hampton performing. We saw him perform when, the day we got there, the day after we got there to Hampton. And he performed on their campus. And then that night, me and her just kept talking about the performance, everything. We drive past a Waffle House and notice, oh shit, that is the van that Trey Songz came to the motherfucking show in, bitch. I said we are going into Waffle House. We going in there. So we went in there and there he was sitting. He was sitting with the whole crew. And he came over and talked to us and like gave me a kiss on the cheek. I'll never forget that shit. I will never forget that shit a day in my life.
You told me about his kisses. What you say they do?
No, the way this man hugs you, my thing is, you can't tell me I'm not Trey Songz' woman. Because the way I'm like, I must be yours the way you hug on me. Okay? He give you a kiss on the cheek, he'll kiss your forehead, and he pulls you into a soft and sweet embrace. Okay? I can't wait to give me another one of them Trey Songz hugs. I have seen him perform every album. I've only missed one tour. Actually, I missed the tour with him and Chris because I had a death in my family, but that's a whole other situation. Trey, just understand that I Gotta Make It has been very influential to my life. And y'all have to give this man props. He sold only 40,000 copies the first week of this album, and look at where he's at now.
Really?
The trajectory of Trey's career has been very slow, but it's been really steady. And my thing is, he's one of the top runners in the whole hip-hop R&B game. Like, you do not mention a Chris Brown and
Yeah.
Side note, Chris, I'm still not done with you.
She said Chris Brown. All of a sudden, her face went.
But you don't mention these guys and don't mention
Yeah.
Trey songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. So shout out to Trey. I am so proud of you.
Congratulations, Trey, babe.
Shout out to Mama April. I've talked to Mama April on several different occasions. She was one of the first people to tell me I need to get the fuck out of Wichita, Kansas. I'll never forget, Trey, the way you was eating them greens at Cherie's Cafe, and I was just looking at you eating these greens. Boy, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, shout out to the whole team. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to Bobby Fischer. I met him. Shout out to all of y'all. I love y'all. Shout out to TSMB. Oh, yeah.
At this point, I don't know what she's talking about.
Anyway,
that means I'm not a part of his fan group because I don't know none of them folks or none of them things you just named.
Yes, but shout out to all y'all. So yes, I just wanted to give Trey that he's very important in my life. But another celebrity man had a really important announcement. Paris.
See, here's the thing. So, okay, so my future husband, Chancellor Bennett, aka Chance Rapper, he played a joke on the world, right? That's what happened. So he played a joke on the world, and he posted up a photo of a hand. We don't know whose hand it is. A hand on a belly. We don't know this belly. Like, you know. So people were just like, I walked out of the shower, and my roommate was like, "Paris, come here." I was like. She said, Chance gonna be a father. I said, Chance who? What? Who? A pappy? Who we talking about? She showed me the photo. I'm just like, girl, he saw a woman walking down the street, because he's working on the album in my mind, right? So in my mind, he's working on the album. He saw a woman walking down the street, and he was like, I'm pregnant with a project. She's pregnant with a baby. This is symbolic. So I'm gonna take a photo, right? So that's what happened. So he played a prank, and Chancellor Bennett is... He's working on a mixtape. That's what that means. And so when it said coming soon family emoji, that meant his entire family was working on the project. And that, y'all, he plays so much.
You know, Fizz, I would...
Don't you say nothing.
I hear that theory. I certainly do hear that theory, but baby, he got a baby.
No, he don't.
Yes,
allegedly.
And the thing is...
Allegedly.
Okay, just in case Chance happens to peek in on the show. What up, boo?
It was supposed to be me.
Many congratulations. But it should have been me, Lord. It should have been me.
Look, I didn't say nothing when you was talking about Trey. Out of respect for you, okay? Out of respect for you and our friendship, I let you have that Trey segment, right? I didn't say how good he was. I didn't come up with nothing like that, right? Bennett is mine.
Okay. It should have been Paris.
There you go.
It should have been Paris. Okay. Oh. So Chance just...
I was distraught. Look, here's the thing. I don't believe it. It's a mixtape. So he just letting y'all know, like, wait on it. You know, this mixtape is a family collaboration.
It's cooking.
Maybe his daddy is playing the drums. His mom is doing background vocals. Taylor is, you know, doing some oops and some ops. I don't know. It's a family project. That's what it's an album. It's a mix. It's a something. It's a clothing line. It's a movie. We don't know.
Well, it's congratulations, something. Chancellor.
Oh, your mixtape. I really hope that whatever genre your mixtape is under, it does very well. It grows to be a very successful project. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
This mixtape is going to be amazing.
It's going to be great.
This album.
I wonder who the girl is, though.
The girl that did
for it. You're just not here for it at all. You're just going to keep playing this game with me.
There's no game.
His baby?
I don't know. There's
at
no
least
game.
She's black.
What do you mean, girl? Like, is this a mix? This was a woman that's symbolic of his journey right now. Like, this is y'all allegedly. What?
You real distraught. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with you today. But congratulations, Chance. You are, which I mean, honestly, Chance is just one of those rappers and one of the people out of Chicago that I have so
I love him so
respect
much.
For. What I can't believe is like you move. Here's an artist, right? Who knows if you're in the music industry, you know that. You're going to need to spend time in LA. You're going to need to spend some years in LA. You need to honestly move to LA, especially if you're a writer and producer and things like that. So, and maybe one of these days, since we are both in the arts, we could talk about like dealing with being in the arts field and where you have to be and all that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what's crazy that this guy moves to LA or the LA area, then moves back to Chicago.
He was like,
fuck
this is
that.
home. He was like, this is home, and I don't want to take a plane to get home. I was
Yeah,
just
and
like,
he knows that his community needs him.
He knows that I need him.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the thing. So like, Bow Wow. Okay, there was a period of time when Bow Wow was bae, right? So Bow Wow went and started dating other people. Omarion started dating other people.
These all your breakups.
Girl, I've been left. J Boog, Usher. There was a long period of time. Usher was mine. I'm talking about, was it 8701? He was mine. And I was quick to jump to bat with somebody. I was just like, no, but we don't play these games over in this household.
No, but you know what?
Mine.
I understand where you come from, because the day, and I know it's going to come, the day when Trey gets married or has a baby, I'm going to fall the hell out. Like, Lord,
you better act like you better act dumb like I'm doing. What? Allegedly, he's getting married. What? I'm not playing these games with nobody. Allegedly, all this. No, it's like, I feel a part of me feels bad because I'm grown and I'm fanning out over somebody that I've never met and I just want him so bad.
Right.
But it's also because like he really embodies most of the characteristics of what I would like in a guy. Right. You know, someone who is down for the cause, very active in the community. You know,
an artist.
I don't really want an artist.
You don't want?
No, I don't want an artist because I'm the product of an artist, and I know how majority of them get down, and I refuse. I cut somebody. I don't need no potential jail time because.
But you know what? At the end of the day, to be honest, ain't none of y'all niggas.
None of y'all.
I have an issue with all of y'all niggas, and we will definitely talk about it at a later time. But yeah, Parents, you have a game for us to play.
Yes, okay. So, we're spicing it up. So, I don't know if you guys have been watching on social media. It's like this game called One Gotta Go. And so, it's normally like 4 options, and then you pick one that has to go. So, Nikki, this is for you.
Oh, my goodness.
So
I'm really indecisive, though.
Okay, we're just going to be here for a while then.
Okay.
So, we have Casey, we have JoJo, we have Mr. Dalvin, and we have Devontae. One gotta go.
All the niggas. They all one foot in the bucket. Niggas, they threw. Have you seen Devontae? He has like a tattoo on the side of his damn face.
So maybe I should preface. Let's talk about them in the 90s form because I still refuse to acknowledge them past 98, right? I refuse because that is literally my favorite group of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. Jodeci is something about how everything was in-house. Devontae is a freaking musical genius. Casey and JoJo know how to sing. And then Dalvin was there because Devontae was his brother. We just gonna be honest about it.
And when they hit you with a smooth, ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
you be like, ooh.
It just give you a shimmy, right? A quick shiver. So that's my favorite group of all time. I love other groups, but like they just really got a place in my heart. I would say Mr. Dalvin has to go because he didn't, like, what did he really do?
Yeah,
I mean, he was the
really
group's rapper, but you didn't give me nothing. Like I felt something from Casey. I felt something from JoJo. Devontae was my bae.
But who put their hands on Mary? Was it JoJo?
Yeah, JoJo. Yeah.
His hands on Mary. Had her singing No More Drama.
Wait, but have you ever heard If Loving You Is Wrong by JoJo and Mary?
Yes.
That is my shit. Okay, I was just like, I don't wanna do. Me, my throat. Okay, so then.
Okay, so I would say I have to agree with you.
Dalvin.
Yeah.
Dalvin. Yeah, because I mean, if somebody could tell me what his responsibility and job title was, sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, he was just there because his brother was there. Right. I mean, but yeah.
But all of y'all niggas need to get y'all. Are they still all here with us? Because last time I seen JoJo, he looked like he was about to go.
To play these games. I'm not finna play. Well, I feel like I told you the wrong member was in that relationship with Mary. Let me see, Casey.
I could have sworn it was JoJo.
I hope so.
You don't know?
Yeah, that's Casey. Yeah. So I told you the wrong person.
Oh, Casey was there. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Casey and her was together, and it was a mess.
It was.
It was a hot mess.
Look at some of the interviews from back in the day.
Bobby.
Yeah. True.
I know two songs.
Who?
I was
Bobby, Christina.
Yeah, how about Christina? And I heard she's on deck, but
on deck for what?
Go. No,
I am not laughing.
No, me neither.
Swim in my throat. That's
me neither. That's very just. I said first Whitney, now Bobby.
Yeah.
Jesus, no.
I hope that Bobby was going to get it together.
But I don't think she's gone. I think she's gone.
Well, yeah, because she's on hospice. And, like, normally you don't bounce back from hospice. Hospice, like, you had 6 months. Like, that's when they expect you to expire. Right. Oh.
But we done got off topic, but yeah.
That just broke me down. Yeah. Whitney, not Nippy. Can't.
Yeah, not
Nope. Whew. So, so that was the first round of that. So this is another one. Beyonce edges, good men, or head?
Good men can go, because where the fuck y'all at anyway? What you mean? You should have rethought that. You should have named it, I don't know, some tolerable niggas.
So I ain't one.
For real, like,
You decent niggas.
There's tolerable niggas. I'm afraid to give away them, but good niggas, they gone any goddamn way, so it don't matter.
No. I would give it Beyonce.
You would give it
Yeah, because here's the thing. So even though I wouldn't have flawless, and I wouldn't have signs, and I wouldn't have yes.
Feeling myself.
Okay, so I wouldn't have it. But I would have my edges. I would have a good man. Because there are some, where y'all at exactly, I don't know. I'm going to ask Siri if she can pinpoint y'all location.
Right.
But as of now, I don't know where you are. And head, girl, we not giving.
Right.
They gotta stay. So, Beyonce gotta go. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
No,
I kind of feel like
if I got them 3 things, I'm good.
This is my philosophy on it. Mm-hmm. And please tell me if I'm wrong, all of you listening. You really don't need edges, because half the bitches in, the Instagram famous girls, young ladies, they ain't got edges any damn way. You can glue some edges on.
They weave, just go over it.
It don't matter. Let me see. Who else? Head, I mean, I go ahead and keep that, I guess. I mean, if that's what y'all good for. I mean...
No, Nicole!
I guess.
And
then the reason why I say, well, I gotta keep Beyonce, because Beyonce at least give me some damn entertainment. We'd be bored as hell without Beyonce. Ain't nothing going on. These girls will entertain us. And then, like I said, good men. If I knew where to find one, I'd keep one.
I'm holding on to the good men part, because one day one will come to my door. Well, not exactly at my door, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of creepy. I have to call the folks on you, but
one of y'all gonna come into my life and destroy it.
No, yes, speak good things to existence.
I'll do that.
Okay, so Kim West.
Kim Kardashian West. Bye. Don't even read the rest of them. I'm through.
Bye. See you later. Kim Kardashian West, Tyga, Kim's bestie Jonathan, or Kylie. I'm gonna tap out because I don't know who needs to go first, but all of them need to go.
The ways in which all these people irritate us and the reasons why, it really starts with Kim K. So that's why, bitch.
Oh, so she have to first. Go. They all gonna go.
Well, now, not now, because her lips have put her on a whole nother trajectory. Like
I'm not gonna play these.
She surpassed Kim. Like,
yeah.
But honestly, but you know what? Kylie irritates me more these days than Kim does, to be honest. So Kylie, goodbye.
You know what? You're right. I get those same annoying feelings. But here's the thing.
But she's also a child, so.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to give her some leeway until her birthday in a few weeks, right? Okay, so she can stay for now. Jonathan has to go. Yeah. When he called Amber and them bullies, ghetto bullies at that, I was just like, interesting. Mm-hmm. Y'all, at this point, y'all use y'all's names, you use your privilege to push other people around. Whenever somebody comes out and says something, here's the thing. So when interviewers, media, they ask folks about anything that's associated to the Kardashians. If you are less than, when it comes down to like pop culture, than the Kardashians, somebody from their camp, one of their minions will come out and attack you. Like, oh, go find something else better to do. Let it go, Frozen. Like, I don't like that. Y'all some bullies, and y'all using y'all name, y'all using y'all privilege. And I just really wish that y'all would find something to do other than make nice clothes and dye your hair. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and my thing is, quit letting your friends too, who have no relevance, quit letting them just say random stuff. Like, no one knows this man. I don't know him. What does he do?
But he always popping off at the mouth, and nobody ever wheels his ass back in. He feels
entitled to.
I don't know why. Have you seen? Never mind. I ain't about to play these games. I ain't about to talk about the less fortunate. Say that. We will be about to take a break, and we will be back.
All right, y'all. So we're going to dive right into our topics for today. Paris, I know you said that Dave Chappelle recently made some noise, which I love Dave so much. I've loved him since, of course, the Chappelle Show and even before, but I've even loved the way that he's carried himself after, like, really seeing what celebrity is and saying, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a part of this.
When I was a kid, like, okay, so, y'all, I grew up in a very strict religious household. A nigga couldn't even watch Dragon Tales, okay? Like, let me put you on to it. My existence was. So, of course, the Chappelle Show was out of the picture. Yeah. It wasn't until I got older that I started, like, watching. And I'm just like, he is funny as shit. But then when I knew about, like, why he left, and I looked, the Maya Angelou interview is what made me view him completely different. And I was just like, aw. And then, it made me realize I think a lot of people are going to appreciate him once he's already gone. Because, you know, he's been doing shows and whatnot. And, like, nobody's really giving him the same feels that they once did before. So that kind of annoys me. But he was saying the biggest enemy of any artist is apathy. A kid gets killed by the police and I buy a t-shirt. Before I can wear that one, there's another kid killed. And I'm running out of closet space.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's... Okay, continue on to what he was saying.
No, I mean, that was, like, pretty much just it. And they were just saying, like, how his entire image is people will call him crazy because he walked away from $50 million. But it was like he walked away because... And for a while, I never understood it until now.
They drugged him through the mud. That network, and that's why I have not had any respect for Comedy Central because they drug him through the damn mud. They was like, okay, by tomorrow, you're going to be a fucking crackhead. Yeah. And they did that shit to him. They said he was strung out on crack, doing all kind of crazy shit. Had a mental disorder. Yes. He was in his right mind. But you know what? The same way they did Lauryn Hill. When Lauryn Hill was like, you know, all this shit's some bull. Like, after her Unplugged album, people started calling her crazy. Why? Because she was putting us up on game to shit. It was just like, well, we have more money and we have PR people, so we're going to ruin you. You're going to ruin you. So, if you just look at the overall arching point of his career is that he more so rather respect his blackness and his black folk than praise a dollar. And I appreciate him for that. But I think it really speaks to how, like, a lot of celebrities will not come out and say, you know, speaks to, you know, like, all Black Lives Matter. I don't need you to say all lives matter. Or I don't need you to take photo ops with activists. Like, that's not your way of showing your support. At least not to me. Granted, there's levels to it, but the level that I want to see you on, especially if you are a person of color, that's not the level in my mind you should be at. You should be trying to figure out how you can put resources in communities and in organizations where it can make a sincere difference. Right. Not, you know, I'm gonna take a photo with you and that's it. Or I don't know. I just don't like how a lot of it's shaped where they can talk about beefs and they can talk about, you know, their favorite piece of clothing or their bae, but they can't talk about things that matter in terms of survival. Do you know what I mean? Like, this large base of people that really appreciate you and your art and your entertainment, they need certain things for them to survive. And by you speaking up, you have a large platform. You can save somebody's life. You can this can be your teachable moment. Like, and the thing is, sometimes they speak up, but sometimes my question is it enough? Like, I was talking to you earlier about how even someone like Kim Kardashian, in the wake of everything that's happened in Sandra Bland's case, says something like, "We need answers." #Sandra Bland. This is my question for you. Because to me, it didn't suffice. It didn't suffice because I'm just like, you're not having an educated, you're not creating dialogue. You're not even saying you are on you have a platform where you could actually say, this is. She could have said something about, this is the black woman's experience, #Sandra Bland. And that would make her followers think, okay, shit, wait a minute. This white woman actually agrees that this is what black women experience, and the mother of a black woman, you know what I mean, herself. So what do you think, like, what should they be saying? And how should they be saying it? These celebrities, like...
it gets to this weird, really weird, tricky space where it needs to be... This is at least how I operate in my life. I need to see actions, and I also need to hear words. So it's like, if you tell me you love me, are you showing me you love me? And then vice versa. So if you're saying, you know, we need answers, are you tweeting? Are you tweeting the Texas Police Department? Are you calling? Because when it comes down to, like, the digital formats, and she wants to put that post onto a digital platform, how we're using social media at this point is very, very influential in how we're getting the movement to be advanced. So we will release phone numbers and say, everybody call this number so we can find out answers. Do you know what I mean? Or let's do a fundraiser for Sandra's family. Or it could have been, like, you know, a GoFundMe, and, like, let's just say if Sandra's family needed help with some expenses, or they needed some money to stay down in Texas for a little while to, you know, just keep the eye on the investigation. Hey, you guys, I donated anonymous amount of money. Can you guys also donate? You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. we can have relief concerts, we can have benefit concerts for things that happen in other nations, but we can't even have a Black Lives Matter, concert benefit, like nothing happening here, and those proceeds can go to programs and activities,
bailout funds, and
all kinds of shit, billboards that have statistics. So when people are driving by, it's like, these are how many people of color are being murdered. This is what the economic cap is for people that live in this neighborhood.
Right.
Like, you can be a part of that, but that's when I feel like you fishing for attention. And
you're just saying something because you know that, oh shit, I need to say something. But just something. Well, don't just say something.
Yeah, say
something that's really going to provoke for your followers and your fans to do something, to have some action, or even to think about a different part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Especially if it's one thing as, a Black celebrity to say, oh, I want to talk about this because this is a issue in my community, hashtag so-and-so's name, because we always know it's going to be somebody's name, or it's going to be hashtag Black Lives Matter, whatever the case may be. It's one thing to do that, but if you're a white celebrity, we more so need you to say, damn, look at our privilege in some type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that your followers and your listeners can, or, whoever's your fans, they can start to think a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And I start to ask questions like, well, damn, if a Kim Kardashian can say, I'm really privileged, I can't believe this, I have a privilege that my daughter doesn't have, that's powerful.
Or even the fact how, like, something me and my teachers used to always get into it about this past semester was, they were just like, you guys aren't critically thinking. You guys aren't acting like information's in front of you. The thing is now that, yes, we have the internet, so we have so much access to so much stuff, but it's kind of hard. Let's just say if I'm only concerned with Barbie dolls, confetti shit, and and blonde hair. If that's the only thing that I'm concerned with, nothing on my timeline is going to show that. Like, when I go to my Facebook timeline, my Twitter timeline, my Instagram timeline, the people I follow on Snapchat, we are all talking about our lives and what we're doing that day, but a big chunk, I would say 90% of it, is what's happening in Blackness. And so whoever is following something that has something to do with, traditional white culture, they're not going to see that. They may see a retweet of something that a Black person is saying. They may feel like it's completely, far. They just like to have to defend themselves. But other than that, they will not see that. So I feel, use your platform to bring this information to a larger audience. You have how many thousands, like 200,000, 300,000, 600,000 people liking your photos. By you putting that up, just say, okay, guys, I've been talking to people in this organization, and they're trying to get this situated. Can you guys please donate?
Yeah. It's kind of like understand your influence, because it's
a lot of times. That's why she sell them clothes and shit.
Exactly. A lot of times too, I have conversations with people, just everyday people, and they usually happen to not be a person of color, and they'll say something about how, well, you know what, I completely agree with you, but forget about how the media looks at people of color, because we need to step away from putting so much on mainstream media anyways. I said, yeah, I totally agree with you. We need to stop being so consumed with mainstream media, but the reality of the fact is we're never fucking gonna be.
Yeah.
So you need to understand that it is really significant how persons of color are depicted in media, and how we're influenced by media and things like that, and how you are influenced by media to either appreciate or underappreciate persons of color. And those who greatly influence media need to start understanding they understand. Their platform.
It's about utilizing it in a way that's beneficial. Like, it's survival. Do you know what I mean? Like, this isn't like a cutesy fucking hashtag. Like, niggas out here dying. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I should put this up because they say I don't post anything anyway. And they always say I don't recognize the movement. So by doing this, I've done enough. No, the fuck you haven't. And you know what? Maybe low-key behind the scenes, she's been doing some things just as B and J have. But from my eyes and what I can see, I don't see it. So until then, I'm going to keep on pressuring people to do better. Like, we all should be concerned about this. It's not just a Black issue. It's a human issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's a lot.
There is a difference between doing a little and doing a lot. She ain't doing much.
Yeah, so stop. My thing is this, for everybody. Stop having a hand clapping, shouting praise for your favorite celebrity, Black or white. I don't give a fuck who it is. I done saw all kind of rappers just on Instagram with memes talking about, Sandra Bland. That's all it said. Nigga, what else do you have to fucking say?
Yeah.
Because you can have a whole lot to say when somebody talks about you're a bitch and that they fucked her. Or you have a whole bunch to say when somebody talks about how your verse on this song was whack. You know what I mean? Like, have something else to say.
Yeah.
So quit clapping for them, because I'm just like, okay, thank you for saying her name.
They participate in beefs, but how about you participate in the general sharing of this information? Be retweeting these articles the same way we are.
Thank you.
Retweet these videos. But I'm asleep though. You only retweet shit that promotes your albums and your fucking cosmetics that really shouldn't be going on your skin no way, because the shit probably got some stuff that's gonna eat your damn face up. All this different stuff. You will retweet that because it's bringing in money. To me, it's astonishing how we really put money over life.
Yeah, we do.
That's far more important. So that's why we go back to the whole Chappelle thing. You know what? He should have just sucked it up. He should have felt really shitty about himself on the inside, and he should have just made $50 million. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? He has to be crazy. How about he's probably the most sane of us all?
Yeah, he's not going to do it. He's not going to jeopardize his sanity and jeopardize his dignity for the almighty dollar. So I have nothing but respect for him. Nothing but respect. Anywho. So, let's talk about Hulk Hogan. Ugh, I already don't really like that man anyway. I mean, but I remember, like, of course, the whole, like, growing up as a late 80s baby. I know I'm dating myself, but whatever. As a late 80s baby, Hulk Hogan was a big fucking deal.
Really?
You know? Yes. Yeah, that's just a huge name to 80s babies. But anyway, so this is the thing. A transcript was released from, 8-some years ago, something like that, where he made really racist comments about the persons that his daughter had chosen to date.
I don't know why people were surprised. Y'all act like just because, we not marching with signs that say I am a man, that racism is over.
Thank you. Or that, I don't understand why y'all act like white people ain't secretly racist, like, or they don't have, like, or they don't go immediately to that jab. Like, I have been in a lot of situations where I could be chilling with a white person that has never said anything racial or really prejudiced to me or about me, and let them feel offended by someone who is black. Nigger just flies out their mouth like, are you serious? Nigger. You know what I mean? Like, it just flies out of their mouth because they want to hit you with a low blow. Understand that white people know that is a insult that can be a low blow. You know?
Really?
Yeah. So it's in that pocket. I'm not saying all white people, but for the most part, it's in that pocket if it needs to be used.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Anywho, so these are some things that Hulk Hogan said. He said, I don't know if Brooke was fucking the black guy's son. I don't know who he was referring to. He was like, I mean, I don't have double standards. I mean, I am a racist to a point. Fucking niggers. But then when it comes to nice people and shit, whatever.
Oh, so if he meet a nice nigga, like the nigga you saw that was getting that white supremacist some water. Oh, so if he met one of them niggas, it'd be okay.
Exactly. He said, I mean, I'd rather she was going to fuck some nigger. No, I'd rather if she was going to fuck some nigger, I'd rather her have marry an 8-foot tall nigga worth $100 million, like a basketball player. I guess we're all a little racist. Fucking nigger. That's in his words. Those are his words.
So it's a few different things that confuse me. I'm not really, how do I put this? I would say that if I didn't have experience and I wasn't aware that there are people who still refer to us as that, I would be hurt. Ooh, I'd be torn up. But because I know, that happens, that's not even the bigger issue. Why is he referring to his daughter, her interaction with people, and saying, you know what, it's okay if you slut yourself out, basically, for somebody with lots of money. Mm-hmm. So that means we need to question his parenting. Yeah. Ask her if she's okay. But then, most definitely press upon his ass, oh, so niggas are only valuable when they doing something for you, when they have lots of money. A nigga that's just up here working at a convenience store trying to provide for his mother and his siblings, that's not enough?
But
who the fuck is your daughter? What has she done since that song that y'all auto-tuned all the way fuck up and y'all had the shit all up on VH1? It was a terrible song.
I think she was dating the guy that, like, either produced that song or
had to have been for that shit to get out. Because I'm just like, who? So I need to know, because apparently you have such high standards for her. So, I still am concerned, because the fact your father would think that's okay to say about you, it speaks ridiculous. A lot to y'all's relationship and how he views you. Hell, how he views women at all. But I need to know, Hulk Hogan, brother.
Right.
What has she done lately that it's just like, okay, well, for a nigga to be over here talking to my daughter, he at least gotta have this because my daughter has accomplished so much. I have not seen none of y'all in years.
Okay.
And I've appreciated this quiet time.
And even at this time, think about this, almost 10 years ago, I get that. But even around this time, she was doing absolutely nothing.
She had that one song that was terrible.
Yes. What cracks me the hell up, though, is like on the flip side of this, which I don't want to go too far off on a tangent, it reminds me of that saying, like, once this nigga get on, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl.
Yeah.
Understand that they families is talking about you like this, nigga. They are saying the most disrespectful stuff about you. And if you did not have money, you would not be valuable.
Yeah. Yeah.
That pisses me off. And then, this is what really irritates me about the situation. He has released, he has made comments now, quote unquote, apologizing for what he said. First of all, he made a tweet which just was completely stupid and asinine. He said, "In the storm, I release control. God and his universe will sail me where he wants me to be. One love, Hulk Hogan."
None of that language was used when you was talking about fucking nigga.
You wasn't worried about the storm and God and the earth and Mother Earth.
You was worried about your daughter selling her vagina to the highest black dick. So I'm done. I have nothing else to say about him. First of all, he's always made me feel uncomfortable. I grew up in a household with my granny and my cousin. We would watch wrestling. And whenever he came on, I was easily disgusted. Yeah. Everything about him just looks like it's a disease. Do you know what I mean? Just like everything. And then when he says brother, I feel uncomfortable because it's just like, you're corny. Go away. Like, you're lame. Go somewhere.
Yeah. And we need to stop. I mean, people have to stop accepting these fucking apologies. And the bulk of his apology was
that wasn't an apology.
He literally said it was not an apology. He said, 8 years ago, I used offensive language during a conversation. Let's just stop right there. I use offensive language during a conversation. Okay. Right? So you acknowledge the fact that you said some shit that you probably should not have said. He goes on to say, it was unacceptable for me to have used that offensive language. There is no excuse for it. And I apologize for having done it. Bitch, that does not say I am sorry for being a racist fucking bigot pig. And I'm so sorry that I've let people down. I'm so sorry for the ways in which, white oppression has bleached my mind into thinking that I am of a superior race, as a superior being over other people. I am sick. I need help. I need to better understand myself in relation to those who have been marginalized in this fucking country. You had not said nothing about that.
Yeah.
You said, I am sorry that y'all heard the language that I used.
Yeah. It basically was like, you hurt my feelings, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, that's exactly what it comes across as. Which, meaning that I haven't really internalized what exactly my actions have done to you, like what potential harm it has caused for you. I haven't internalized that. What I've done is I realized that probably the small bookings that I do get will come to cease. That, there'll be certain repercussions when it comes down to my legendary, quote unquote, legendary professional career. So for me to say that, I got to come out here and I got to appease the darkies and let y'all know, my bad, you niggas. Oops, sorry. I mean, black folks. Peace. It's all love. One love. God has got me on a boat selling some goddamn word. Get the fuck. I'm done. Like,
and then he's gonna say, I'm disappointed with myself that I used language that is offensive and inconsistent with my own beliefs.
How is it inconsistent with your own beliefs? You're trying to tell me that one day 8 years ago you decided to use the N-word? That was the one day. That was the only day. Paula Deen did the same shit. She was like, I used the word about however many years ago, and it was a terrible, terrible mistake. You trying to tell me, you think I'm stupid. That's what's more. That's what you like when you lie to your parents. It's like, I'm not really angry that you lying to me. I'm angry that you think I'm as dumb to believe what you trying to tell me. That's the only time you use them words. That was the only time you referred to black people as being valuable if they doing some shit for you. That's the only time. Right. I don't have nothing to say to you, brother. I'm done.
I'm not here for that. I don't believe anything that you're saying. These are your feelings. These are your inner thoughts. These are your covert thoughts and feelings. And this is, you meant to say what you said. I would better respect you if you said, I honestly have those feelings and I need to work on not having those feelings.
I grew up in a space where that was okay.
Thank you. I would better you say that.
Yeah. Because that's actually bringing some honesty to the table. That's pulling this, this white veil that's over America. Like, this is the place to fucking be, like the space for everyone. No. There's a lot of things that happened here that it's a tradition. So people are raising up their children in these ways and understanding. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Just like in the South, how it was okay for generations and generations after those 6 fucking years when the Confederacy was a thing, that flag stayed there. Do you know? Because like it's something that's happening in the atmosphere. It's a kind of like social understanding that this kind of behavior is okay. So I would have much rather appreciated him saying, you know what, I grew up in this fuck ass town.
Right.
And we call black folks niggers all the time. Not nigga, but niggers. Yeah. I'm so sorry. And I would love to speak with someone about how I could potentially unlearn this.
Yeah.
But that sounds too much like right.
It doesn't it? And we just want to sit here and accept this apology. I mean, he's missing money and all that, but who cares?
When was he getting money? I mean, past like a good 2000.
He's getting some money.
From where? I mean, who's booking him to do anything? He's balding.
He's still getting money from WWE, I believe. I mean, now he ain't making bank or nothing, but he's making more money than I'm making right goddamn now. Either way, fuck you, Hulk Hogan, and you can kiss my black ass, and I will never be a part of anything that you have that has to do with you at all ever again. Not that I was recently at all in the last umpteen years, but if I will never.
You can possibly never.
Okay? Give a dime to anything that has to do with you ever again. Hell no. Okay?
Go outside and put up a sign and say, we'll work for food, and I'll still walk past your ass.
Okay.
Next.
Okay. So, y'all, you know Miss Nicki Minaj has many things to say about these MTV Award nominations. I mean, it's kind of, we've all heard about it. I guess her and Taylor Swift, they got into a beef about it for no reason, but everybody's kind of over it at this point. But the reason I bring it back up is because I really want to hear your thoughts, Paris, about Nicki's whole issue is that, here goes the video. I believe it was the video of the year award, right? Mm-hmm. And it has all these nominees. Beyonce's included, Taylor's included, and Anaconda was not included in the nominations. Okay. And she felt like, these are some things that she said. Nicki said, if I was a different kind of artist, Anaconda would be nominated for Best Choreo and Vid of the Year. And then the jab that I believe Taylor thought was meant for her was when Nicki said, if your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, you will be nominated for Video of the Year. Emoji, 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 emoji.
Okay, wait. Before we go to the Taylor part of it. So here's the thing. I have once I realized that, we're speaking about the Video Music Awards. So let's just say for the VMAs Video of the Year, there are about we're going to say just maybe 5,000 for just the sake of having a number right now. There are 5,000 videos that are produced a year for artists. And then 1,000 of them are actually really good. Right. Only 5 or 6 will be nominated. Yeah. That does not negate the efforts of everyone else. I don't really know who these awards really matter to, because for the artists, it should be about, you putting out your heart and your feeling because this artistry really means something to you, and then getting something out there visually to also stimulate your fans and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Right. Like, it should be that. But for whatever reason, we're such in a culture where people are just so driven by these awards as if they truly matter. Yeah. Let's just say if I put on a really, really dope music video, that doesn't mean if I'm not nominated, I should feel less about my work. It's still quality there. Now, granted, is this one specific audience not paying me any attention? No. So the fuck what? Right. Onika, you win every BET award that you get nominated for when it comes to Best Rap Artist. Right. She hasn't won a Grammy yet. That's what really kind of counts. But. No, but like, why does a Grammy count? My whole thing is like, you're expressing your grievances about not being nominated for this video for this award, but you didn't say anything about the BET Awards and how they nominate you and how you win every single year for Best Female Rapper. That's when you should have said something like, you know what, I'm really I really appreciate this award. Thank you all to my supporters and the Academy, everyone that voted for me. But there are tons of great artists out there. Is that what you were trying to do when you gave an awkward shout out to Dej Loaf? Like right. You could have talked about so many other female artists, female rappers that are out here doing the damn thing. But no, you come up and you accept your award because in your mind you feel as you deserve it. That should be an award shared amongst everybody that has done great work for that that time period. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we both put out mixtapes, right? If you and I both put out mixtapes and you get nominated, or if you don't get nominated, I'm going to come up there and I'm going to recognize everybody that's on the top of my head. People that I fuck with heavy. You know, It's just like, okay, well, I'm just watching this TV show. So I get nominated for a TV show. Mm-hmm. You guys should also check out because it's a shared platform. We always putting each other against each other by this whole, like, you won best this. Who chose that? You're the best of this small group of people. Do you know what I mean? It's just like that. So if you want to break that down.
It ties into my main issue with Nicki. Number one, I don't want to give too much attention to what Taylor had to say. Taylor, because the thing is, Taylor clapped back thinking that, Nicki was saying some subliminal stuff to her, which basically she was. Taylor Swift was like, I've done nothing but love and support you. It's unlike you to pit women against each other. Maybe one of the men took your spot. Taylor just felt offended. Like,
that's like real shit. I would have said the same fucking thing.
No, I don't. Taylor should have understood her place because she does preach a lot about being a feminist, and she suffers from the issue that a lot of white feminists suffer from. I get what Nicki's saying. I get that the black female form isn't as accepted in media as, Taylor Swift, or as, a body like a Miley Cyrus, that type of stuff. I get what Nicki's saying. What Nicki was saying was not null and void. It wasn't like unimportant. It definitely was important to, saying how.
But Nicki has skinny girls in her videos too.
Exactly.
Just with a big booty.
Exactly.
If you don't have a waist.
But it's different. I get what she's saying. Meaning that black women, the form of black women isn't accepted in pop culture the way that a Taylor Swift is. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense. It's just that my issue as a black woman, which I feel like black women missed the mark on this one. We were so gung-ho to jump on Nicki's side, and all the blogs were like, Nicki's bringing awareness to something that black women go through all the time and things like that. But just like you were saying, black female artists, especially black female rappers like Nicki, which happens to be pretty much the only one, I guess, that we give a shit about these days.
Yeah.
She does not open how are you claiming to be a feminist when you have no problem being the top bitch in charge? You have no problem. You are proud for being the only female rapper in the game.
Yeah.
You're happy with that.
Or the hottest.
You're totally happy with that. It's not about competition. It's about you should be wanting to have comrades. You should want to have people around you and have a community of black female rappers around you. I mean, the Drakes and the I was gonna say Meek. We're gonna get to that later. But the Drakes and the Meeks and the Futures and all them, yes, they have their beefs every now and then, but they're able to think about how many songs a year we have with all of these people together. Mm-hmm. Male rappers come together all the damn time.
Or like we at least, even if they're not all on a song together, we still know that these are some rappers that are out currently.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
But they're featured together and things like that. But honestly, Nicki and them have no problem being like, Nicki is so happy to be the only female on a track full of dudes. I get the significance. Like, yeah, she can run with the boys and she's actually a better rapper than half of these niggas. But you should why don't you feel that sense of pride of having, of rapping with a whole bunch of chicks? Why don't you feel that?
Last time she did that was My Chick Bad 3 mix with Eve, Diamond, and Trina.
And really, she didn't do it because it wasn't like, I don't even think she put a new verse on it. So they pretty much just jumped on the song. It wasn't like she got in the studio with them and they had a collective.
Remember, not bottom technically, but she had just like entered into the big conversation. And that was after 5-Star Chick, and she had started like picking up some kind of traction, some kind of attention. I get that, but so I am going to separate. It's hard to separate it and that's not included in the conversation. But like if you look down at like what Taylor's saying, it's just like, I've done nothing but love and support you, and then Nicki is still like kind of gunning and charging at her. I feel like what Taylor said, I would have said the exact same thing. I don't care what color I am or if I was nominated or not, because somebody needs to check her on that. It's just like what are you talking about? Like, it's sincerely, one of the guys could have stole your spot. Well, not stole, but one of the guys could have taken up a spot that was, if he had to put out a video, you would have been up there. Right. But what do you mean? Like, what she was putting out there to me was just like a lot of trolling. Like, she was trying to rile everybody up. How about you rile everybody up about Sandra Bland? How about you rile everybody up about India Clark? Like, how about you rile people up about shit that actually matters? But because your video in which there were multiple skinny women with fat asses,
which is the mold
it around.
Today.
You know what I mean? Talk about some skinny girls. Nicki, you are a skinny woman. Do you know what I mean? You are a skinny woman. You just happen to have big boobs and a big butt, and for
that
reason,
you put on your body for a reason. Girl, bye. Nobody's thighs and ass and hips are in that ratio. Bitch, bye. You put that shit on your body for a reason. Like, I guess I'm coming from a different place because I get in the talk, in the feminist world talk, or the discussion that we have, you know, black feminists and white feminists, and black feminism and white feminism, there can be very different things. And the white feminists happen to miss the mark all the time with, again, not being intersectional. They don't often recognize that there's still a different black woman experience.
True.
You have to understand
True.
that. I forgot who said the quote, but the black woman is the nigger of the world.
Yeah.
You have to understand that completely. And sometimes they miss their mark because Taylor could have honestly said, there's just something else I feel like she could have said. I don't hate her comment.
What else could she have said?
I
want to know what you
comment.
mean. Because, like, my whole thing is just like, how do I put this? So Nikki is just like going off the top of the head, right? And so, like, yes, whereas I feel like sometimes white feminists, they're just like, well, hey, my problem is bigger than yours. Taylor didn't do that. Like, she was trying, by her tweeting that, it was as if she was just really trying to. But she still missed the mark. But the thing, and Nikki didn't keep coming at her after that. Like, it was like they kind of had a discussion, but Taylor still. Nikki didn't hit the mark either because she wasn't talking about nothing that was important either. Right, and I'm not on Nikki's side. I have a different. Okay, as long as we agree. I have a different issue with Nikki that's unrelated to Taylor. Because my issue with Taylor, I'm not even mad at her about her comment or anything like that. That's irrelevant. She didn't get the point. The point of the matter is, you got to understand that still the form of the black woman. Yeah. Forget the skinny waist and the fat ass issue because Kim and them is walking around like that. That's not even the black woman's form no more. The skin of the black woman is the nigger of the world. It's not accepted in mainstream pop culture. And we need for white feminists to understand that. Just fucking understand it. It's not, we don't have the same woman struggle experience. And y'all need to start recognizing that. But my issue with Nikki and with Beyonce's and any other quote unquote black feminist who happens to be an entertainer is that I've never heard y'all say, like, yes, I show my body and I do these things and I shake my ass in my videos and all that's cool and whatnot. And I'm doing it for me and I'm doing it for women. But I want y'all to understand that whether I was 110 pounds and healthy or 6 feet and 220 pounds and healthy, I would still do the same goddamn thing. You have no problem with being listed in Maxim's top so-and-so as the most beautiful woman in the world. You're not representative of me. Yeah. Not once has Nicki Minaj come out and say, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Yes, she works hard for the body that she has. I know this bitch don't walk around eating cheeseburgers and shit. Yeah. Like, I get that. But not once have you said, black girls, it's very hard out here to just be ourselves, and that is why I commend y'all every day for living in this world just the way you are, because I can't even do that. Beyonce won't come out and say, bitches, I done had a baby and got shit nipped and tucked, because you can't tell me, all of y'all get pregnant and don't have stretch marks? Bitch, how? You know the secret, tell us. Please share.
How do you do this?
You got mama's bellies up here looking like, people just been clawing at it. Would you please share the wealth of information?
How do you not have a stretch mark or a loose skin? How? It's like almost impossible that you don't have any loose skin from being pregnant. Yeah. And that hurts me because I'm just like, you want to say that you're a feminist, but you're not. You're fucking not, because you're more concerned about being
fitting into male gaze. I even know is and that's the problem. I feel like a lot of people don't even know what male gaze is. And like a lot of these different artists where it's this weird space where we want to celebrate them for their sexuality and their body, right? Because it's just like, yes, you are taking off those clothes, you're freeing the nipple, we fully support you, right? And we're just so excited and stuff. But then it gets to this point where it's just like, why are you doing it though? Are you doing it for yourself? Because like, hey, for instance, I am a plus size woman, and I've gotten to the point where I really do enjoy my body. I enjoy my arms, I enjoy my legs, and when I leave out the house, I'll have like a dress on or something like that. You may see some thighs a little bit, but when I'm in the house, I know that I like to wear my short shorts. Why do I not wear my short shorts out the house? It has nothing to do related to my weight. It's because I know that I have a big bottom. My booty is, it's out here. I don't want someone looking at me and thinking that I'm fitting into this. I would not feel comfortable going out and knowing that men are looking at me in this one kind of way. So what do? I take that off the table. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's me controlling my body. That's me being aware of male gaze, at least in my own eyes, and saying, I reject that and I won't even give you the space. Now, yes, of course, you can put on whatever you want and say, well, if somebody looks at me, that's up to them, and, you know, they have their right, just like I have my own right. But it's just, I'm not trying to feed into it. I'm not going to stop living my life, of course, but it's like, I don't want to have to curse out every man I see just because I decide to wear short shorts out the house. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like
or
this
you just
weird
want to,
space.
you don't want to give them the satisfaction of seeing something that you don't feel like they should be a part of.
Yeah.
I get that. And it's a choice you're making. You're not doing it because you feel like, oh, someone's going to say I'm being unmodest or whatever.
Fuck that.
That's
I got
different.
it going on.
But it really honestly, it just hurts my soul and it pains me so much, especially being a woman who struggles with body image and someone who constantly is getting bombarded in the media with images of just these perfect forms, these perfect bodies, and we don't have enough discussion about it's really hard to have a perfect body. Yeah, it really is, and like
they try to make every other. If you're not fitting into this idea, it's like something about you is wrong.
Yeah,
you're not healthy.
You're not healthy. Yeah. You don't take care of yourself.
Yeah,
you don't care about yourself. But then on the other side of things, you're not deserving of love. You're not deserving of affection. You're not deserving of being sexy. You're not deserving of being sexual. There's so many different issues with that. And my thing is, I'm like, you want to sit here and say in this Anaconda video that this was about fuck the skinny bitches and the bed and you know big fat bitches in the club, bitch. I didn't see a big fat bitch in that video at all. Not one. I certainly didn't see one that looked like me. Yeah. So what do you mean?
You saw some them BBWs that Drake was talking about, which were not real BBWs. A BBW got a stomach, okay? she do. Right. She don't have this perfectly contorted waistline. You know what I mean? Like there's different levels to it, but it's like, okay, you're thinking you're acceptable when you're here, right? You're at this one little mark. But as soon as that stomach starts coming out, or you got a little extra, your waist is a little bit wider, or you have back fat, you're no longer a BBW. You're just fat. You're no longer like no. Like that's.
And Nikki, quit acting like you really. I hate to take this away from you because you are a black woman, and I get that you share my experiences, our skin color, everything. You're affected. I get it. I truly do. But don't act like you have not used your stature and your money to remove you enough away from that.
From other folk?
From a part of your black womanhood.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
to make you more acceptable.
Earlier days.
Especially in your earlier days, but even now it's kind of like you're just at that cool mark of being black. Just like Beyonce. She's just at the cool mark of being black.
At this point, it's like, okay.
Right at the cusp.
I can put on my blackness now when I feel like it, so I can, I love that scene and feeling myself when she was booty popping, like her hand is on the bathroom sink and she's like popping her booty. Right. I love that. Nikki probably would have given us that before, but it was done with like a different energy. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I got this now. I'm the hottest female rapper. I'm one of the hottest rappers. And so it's just like, I can do whatever I want now. Right. And so I can do my blackness and I can roll my eyes and I can, it's just like all this extra stuff. Whereas before I felt like she was she was a cartoon. Just like if you're a kid, if a white family is putting on a cartoon and because of course, according to most folks, we're in a post-racial society. Right. So in a racial society, if a white family was putting on a cartoon, if the black character was on, the black character he could not have any blackness. It was like you were Oreo. You were black on the outside, white on the inside. Or it was just like little parts of your blackness in there. Just like, oh, you are colored, aren't you? But you're a cool one. Like, you're here to entertain us. You're here to make us feel comfortable. Yeah, so
and they made you, society has made you, and you've made yourself close enough to whiteness to where they feel fucking comfortable. So, Nikki, don't try to just
don't make this a thing about body image. Don't make this a thing about race. Because my whole thing is, if you really press about an award, you should be really up in BET's ass every single year. Like, why do y'all keep on fucking nominating me? And why do I keep on winning? There are much more talented people out here. Or if not, like, even her years where she up here putting out hella pop tracks, she's still winning these awards. Yeah. Like, she should be questioning that. So I'm not believing. You're just being selfish. That's what you are. You're being selfish. You're being self-centered, and it's all
and
about
you're talking
you
about your blackness when
yeah.
when it comes to you
when it's convenient.
when they're talking about taking away your money. That's when you're talking about it,
yeah.
and that's what really gets under my skin, and especially on the body image tip, because I'm just like, y'all bitches want to sit here and talk about
all of us
body image, and you want to talk about, you know, being a feminist in the sense of being able to be sexual and show your sexuality and show your body, and you want everybody to feel great about their bodies. I'm like, but do you honestly know what it feels like to cover up fundamental parts of your body? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't wore shorts or capris in years just because I was just not comfortable.
Yeah.
Do you understand what it feels like to cover up part of your body? Because it actually does not look the way that society or whatever the beauty industry wants it to look. But what you do, but my thing is this, but what you do is not only do you have a decent body, but then you cover up every single fucking flaw. Like, you don't see a cellulite on them. You don't see a stretch mark on them. How? How is your behind that big? But when we see it, it has no stretch marks. I've never seen a black woman with an ass that big who has no stretch marks on their ass. How? And then you don't even tell us how you
that is so true. That is so. I've never seen a black woman with a big butt, even if it was a medium size, but without having stretch. I mean, unless in your family. I was talking to my grandmother. She was saying that for the most part, stretch marks are genetic. It's all about like your genetics,
in your skin.
And that's made up in your genetics. And so, like, if you're in your family, if you
but there's limitations.
But I refuse to believe that all the black people in Hollywood, all their families got good genes, and the rest of us just got stretch marks.
All the people in Hollywood, because even Kim Kardashian, you see how big she got with North? That bitch was huge.
Oh, I don't pay attention to her anymore. North is just my fave. That's the only person I care about.
Yeah, she's cute. But anyway, let me start ranting about Nicki and them. We're going to have another discussion one of these days about body image, because y'all just piss me off. I swear you do. Anyway, let's take a break.
Yep.
All right. So y'all, we're going to update or give some updates about Sandra Bland. She actually was laid to rest yesterday by her family. And, do you have any specific updates you want to talk about?
Well, I had to sort of take a break this week from social media because a lot of this stuff, Sandra Bland was like one of the tipping points. And then a Chance the Rapper live performance of Paranoia, not just because he's had somebody pregnant with the mixtape, but his performance is supposed to like violence and whatnot. And so I had to take a break. But what freaked me out before I took my break was the fact that people were talking about she possibly could have been dead. And then I was
mugshot.
And then I was looking at her mugshot, and her eyes frightened me. It frightened me because she really could be me. Like, I'm as defiant as what she was in that video, especially when I come into interactions with authority. And so I had to take a very necessary break. It starts to weigh on you heavy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all this stuff constantly happening. It's just like, can black folks ever get a point to just breathe? Do you know? Can we ever just get a moment? But you were saying how some folks Photoshop photos.
Yeah, this is the thing for me.
And threw it in the circulating black Twitter.
Yeah, this is the thing. It super high stress facts coming out about Sandra and about, because she had been already deceased and the mugshot. And I get why we questioned that. I did question it myself when I saw someone post it, and I looked at her eyes, I looked at the expression on her face. And really, for me, the expression I saw her torment. I saw how just defeated she was. But anywho, what someone did while that discussion was going on, so I believe it was probably a young person who doesn't really fully grasp the severity of the situation, and that it's not just a trending thing happening on social media. What they did is took her mugshot photo and then photoshopped it to make it look like her eyes were actually rolling back in her head, and they were like, this is the real photo. The police actually photoshopped the photo to make her eyes seem like they were, correct. And a lot of people got in an uproar about it and were like, oh my goodness, look at this photo. Her eyes were actually rolling in the back of her head. And I was just like, that photo had clearly been photoshopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the thing that you all have to understand. Especially if you have young people in your life, especially, I don't want to be an ageist because it could have been someone my age or whatever, but definitely if you have people in your life who really don't understand the severity of these situations, try to have a discussion with them, because this isn't just another hashtag name. This isn't just another trending topic on your news feed. This is somebody's life, and this is something that's really affecting your community, and you don't want to add fuel to a fire that makes us sound like we're uneducated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we don't want to be laughed at. We don't want to just sound like we're just in a mad uproar, and the people who need to be hearing us just dismissing us because we're coming up with these false, silly claims.
Yeah. But even like, why are you doing that? You're doing it for attention. Like, this is a very, very serious matter. Someone is no longer here, and you have a large community who just wants answers. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And so for you to capitalize on this moment for attention, it's just
so
like,
rude.
It's inconsiderate, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I am disappointed in you. I'm your mother telling you for the first time I am ashamed and disappointed in you, and you should feel terrible about it.
Yeah.
Do some self-reflecting. Figure out how you can change that about yourself. Why is the thought of you being very important and known in a digital platform important to you? So much so you're going to bring someone's death into it just to help build yourself up. That's a problem.
Yeah, it really is. And so just be careful about that. And then also, there's a lot of details that have come out about the autopsy report was released. Some pictures with the autopsy report were released. I couldn't look. I saw a glimpse of them, but I couldn't look. And this is another thing. I definitely have doubts about Sandra having committed suicide. I still believe that something else is missing, but also I had made a post on, my Facebook page that was just like, understand that when, African kings and queens were being brought to the New World, quote unquote, on slave ships and subjected to extremely terrible conditions, some of them saw suicide as the only means out.
Yeah.
Some of them jumped off of the ship. Some of them starve themselves. Some of them try to use objects to kill themselves.
Yes.
And so understand that if she had killed herself, it is still murder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And understand that how that relates to just the Black experience and the fact that we have an issue in our community where we don't talk about mental health the way that we need to. We're all, we hurt a lot from our conditions, and it's still murder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because like someone has constructed our society. So whatever effects happen, good or bad, they're still responsible for it. And I think that a lot of people, they don't like thinking of that way, because it's just like, well, you're providing people with excuses, or you're giving people an easy way out. Hey, if we really could start over, start clean, and we can say that everybody has equality, like nobody can be persecuted for their skin color, their sexual orientation, their religion, I think that would be a valid point of what you're saying, ma'am or sir. Right. But as of now, if you have certain people who are blatantly in power and they're telling other folks, I have agency over you, even when you feel like you got over yourself, I trump all of that. Like, that's when it's just like, well, damn, cause and effect really does play a part in this. So I just want people to understand that and talk to folks in your family, because I think we kind of talked about this in our last episode. Maybe we were saying how like Meek Mill talked about how there's like PTS in our communities. PTSD. It's just like PTSD. How a lot of us, we just pack stuff into these wounds and we just keep on going because we gotta survive. Yeah. Like I probably have kids to feed. I have to make sure I keep my head on straight because I have other things I'm working towards. It's a lot. And so mental health is a very, very big part of a conversation that we all should be having with each other. Just not like, boy, if you don't stop crying, get over it. We
gotta stop. We gotta stop that, because we really
stop pouting all the time. Like, talk to them. But
yeah, we really need help, and we really need to be able to talk through what we're going through. And like I said, it's still murder. So I don't give a damn how you twist it, whether you believe that she honestly killed herself, which that's just, I don't understand how you can fully believe that. Regardless of the fact, it is still murder. You know what I mean? Like, understand that, and that spans from, understand what I mean is food deserts and not having access to good nutrition is murder. The prison industrial complex is murder. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And if we all thought of it that way and we started press
the war on drugs is murder.
That takes up, and also it's poverty. It results in so many different things. I'm serious. If we all were to stand up and understand that the effects of what has been constructed in our communities has broken apart our families, have riddled our children with diseases, it's no good for any of us. Please, let's all come together and understand that that's happening, and let's be all angry about it at the same time and do some shit about it. Because if we were all aware and we were all pushing for the same thing, the people who have constructed our society, they're like, oh, well, I'll give you a few rights. But if we just all acting like this is normal and we can live with it and it's acceptable, it'll continue to happen.
Yeah.
The same shit that's happening now happened with my grandparents with kids.
Yeah, it's
and
not
my great grandparents with kids. Like that's not okay. It's not acceptable that our living conditions have only gotten worse. We feel like because time has gone on, things have gotten better. I don't know who lied to you, but I'm not about to do it to you, sweetness. It's gotten worse.
Yeah.
Because now it's like we see it, we have proof of it, and we also see how it's covered up.
Yeah, we definitely do. So stay woke. Just stay woke. And we'll keep updating if there's anything else that happens around. Of course, there's other things that are going to happen around the Sandra Bland case. Because her mama said that she's...
I'm with her. She like, it's a fight. I'm like, yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to lay this baby to rest, but then I'm coming for that ass.
And I'm here. Whatever you need me to do,
yeah,
I got you.
Yes, definitely. All right, y'all. We're going to take a break.
Young Chop on the beat. Bandcamp.
All right, y'all. So remember last week, we introduced y'all to a little segment that we're gonna start doing called "What You Not Gonna Do." Ooh, what you not gonna do? All right, so we've mentioned this woman multiple times in this episode.
Y'all.
Oh, I'm gonna have to just leave her alone for a couple weeks. But Missy, Kim Kardashian West. Bitch, what are you doing?
Nikki has called this woman a bitch 7 times while explaining to me what happened. She just like, I'm so sick of this bitch. I'm just like,
this bitch.
You are passionate.
I am done, Kim Kardashian West. So she is the spokesperson or whatever the fuck you want to call it for energy drink called Hype Energy Drinks, right? And so they just did like a photo shoot with her where supposedly with the whole ad campaign was to be fashion forward and to show her like in different fashion pieces from different times. And one of them was this basically braided doobie wrap. Okay.
When y'all get y'all weaves
sisters, when you take your weave out, this is what this bitch got on her head. Okay?
The same braids.
The same braided
pattern.
And I'm like, okay, none of us can walk out the house looking like this and call it fashion forward.
That would be ghetto. It would be ratchet. Like that's not. But let a white woman do it.
But this hoe literally has the braided circular pattern for you to get a sew in, and then the 2 braids in the front and for what? The leave out. So, and they gonna call it fashion forward. I am so through with you and your sisters, and I am so through with y'all being so cool with blackness, but only to a certain extent. I am done with it.
But Nicole, she put up an Instagram post this week about Sandra Bland. She's earned her black card. She's earned a right to do whatever she wants.
I'm like, why don't y'all understand that this is some shit that we cannot do? This is some shit that we cannot do. Like, I cannot walk out here with my doobie wrap or with my, my braids from my sew-in and call it fashion forward for a week and then go get me a sew-in. Like, that's just not going to work. People going to talk about me. It's not going to be fashion forward. No one's going to take pictures of me. It's not going to be fucking cute. I'm so tired of y'all doing this. I am tired of y'all doing this. I have had enough. Like, just looking at the photo, y'all have to understand how I felt when I pulled the photo up.
She's just like, bitch.
I said, you have lost your damn mind. You have lost your damn mind, woman. What are you doing? And it just reminds me, like, only a week ago, her sister, what's that child's name? Kylie. She had.
Why do I know their names? I'm so displeased with myself. I'm disappointed in myself. I wish I could forget all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
But she has some straight back cornrows.
I'm done. Look, here's the
and
thing.
And Amanda, she tore into her, hit her with the
I said with the mamma.
Yes.
I said with the mamma.
It's just like, why don't y'all ever just say nothing? Like, y'all put on all this bronzer, your asses are fat, your titties are big, your waists are small, you date niggas, You know what I'm saying?
Only
You
rich
listen
ones.
but you listen to trap music on your Snapchats and on your
They do?
Vine and all that. That's especially
Really?
Kylie. Kylie's all for the trap. Okay.
Le trap.
Yeah, it's
Le
like
trap.
she is full. She is a
What? We might
trap
have some things
queen.
in common.
Let her in the band up. That is who she is. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So, but my thing is, you don't have anything to
Disgusting.
really say. Like, you can never.
I just like this black stuff. I feel cool when I do it. I feel cool when I wear their clothes. I feel cool when I say their words. Like, it's just. How do I put this? Okay, so past cultural appropriation, no, it's not past cultural appropriation. My anger resides within that. I was about to say something past it, but no, it's really about how people would like to fetishize what's happening with black. It's just like, oh, this is cool. You guys, this is so cool. It's so unique. We do shit because one, it's convenient or it's traditional. Do you know what I mean? And so then I would really like to find a way that you guys can understand, for the people who are confused as why cultural appropriation is such a problem, like what it would be for someone to find something that's near and dear to you, or something shit that's not near and dear to you, but you know it's representative only in your community, them to take that shit and take it elsewhere and do something else with it. And just say, ooh, look at this new style I'm doing. Niggas been doing that for years. You want to know why? I was just talking to a security guard that works in my building, and she was telling me about how a lot of things aren't professional, because I got my nose pierced, and she was just like, when she worked for another building, this woman, she's got her micros done. Micros used to be a grip. They probably still are, but I don't really see too many people with them.
They're not bad. They're not good for your hair.
Yeah, it just be gone. So she was saying how this woman had just gotten her micros done the night before, and her employers came in and said, you either have to cut them all out, or you have to get a wig. So the woman had to get a wig.
How you put a wig over your micros? But that's the thing.
But
That's what y'all don't
take
understand.
this shit down, and it's okay. But we do this. We don't have. We try so hard. In some ways, we have to fit into these professional standards so that we can maintain these little shitty ass jobs without even livable wages, so we can support our children. But when you do it, it's cute. It fits into your brand and your image, and you being a fucking trendsetter.
That is what makes me mad. I think that's why I got so mad, because of how the braids are, and it looks just precisely
She's smiling
like.
And shit.
Thank you, but it looks precisely like what your hair looks like underneath your sewing. Right, your 24 inches is sewn in. It's hot as hell in the summertime, but you gotta have this damn sewing in because you can't look too black, and your nappy and your natural nappy hair just be doing too much, and you can't wear the goddamn French braids because not cute.
It's not professional.
Right. So it just made me mad, because I'm just like, here you are with this in your head, and literally this black girl's walking around whose natural hair has to stay braided down like that because it doesn't fit into society's standards.
Yeah.
And
they
in
don't
order
feel
for
cute
them
about
to,
themselves.
right, or they have to work in they have to work in the corporate world, and they have to fit the mold. So the only thing they can do is sew their hair down.
Yeah.
And put on this Brazilian wavy body wave.
Yeah, but you do it because it's cute to you. So there's some women who most definitely get wigs by choice. They absolutely prefer them over anything else.
Right.
That's great. I applaud you for your for you having your own independent thinking. But there's also women who have been told for years that their natural coarse hair is unattractive, it's unprofessional, and they need to do something about it. So what do? They then they get perms, they put hot combs in their hairs, they damage their hair, or they put a weave on. They spend all this money. Do you not understand how expensive weaves are?
She know. Don't you ever think these white bitches don't wear weaves? I don't care what y'all say. Kylie sells weave. Don't you know that she sells extensions?
I've seen Kim without her weave. Her hair is quite thin. Nikki is in here cutting her eyes at me.
I can't stand these hoes.
But it's just like, I'm done. What y'all not going to do is keep on taking parts of our culture and thinking it's cute to put on. Yeah. But understand, if you're going to do that, please understand this is something that we still have to live with. Yeah. Like, we're doing this for reasons that matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, people, like I said, do not have livable wages, but they have to do something with their hair. Because they cannot have cornrows. My security guard was telling me the job she used to work for, they couldn't have cornrows. So no braids of any kind. How am I supposed to wear my hair? My hair is, and you also cannot have a fro.
So what am I supposed to do?
Get a perm, that's the thing.
Y'all act like white people be like, oh my goodness, your hair is so nappy. Oh my god, it's so nappy. What do you do with that? Like, I cannot fucking stand y'all.
Like my thing is, that's what I do.
My thing is, what y'all understand, what y'all need to understand is, like, our hair is actually weaker than y'all hair. Like, I can't flat iron and straighten my hair every day. It looks great when I straighten it. It certainly does, but it damages my hair. Your hair can stand heat.
How's our hair weaker than this? They're mutants of us.
I know, but I'm not saying weaker in the negative sense, but our hair is more fragile.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, putting all that heat, they can put all that heat on their hair. We can't put all that heat on our hair without damaging our hair. Our hair is more fragile than y'all hair. But I gotta sit here and do all this manipulation and shit. I could do more with my hair because it's not limp and look all stupid.
It can hold a curl.
Exactly. But it's still more fragile than their hair. But the way they think about our hair is, oh my God, it's so coarse, it's so tough. I'm like, goodness.
Would you stop touching my hair? No, when we said like this week, a few folks just kept on touching your hair.
Yes. People touch my hair. I don't want to say who, but don't do it.
You guys, just in general, personal space. Let's understand what it is. Let's recognize and let's practice some boundaries.
Don't touch black people's hair.
Good night.
All right, y'all. Well,
that was really good night.
Well, that's what you're not gonna do. So, yeah, y'all, it's been fun.
Okay, so you guys can be sure to follow us on Twitter at 99 and the 2000s _, and then you can also email us. We would love to hear from y'all.
Send us some letters. Ask us our advice. Do something.
That'd be fun. That'd be nice.
To comment on what we're talking about. Let's just keep Kim Kardashian's name away from it though, because I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. I mean, unless you have a plan. No, never mind. That can get really dangerous. So I'm about to say something else.
I should have planned to do what? I'm like, we gonna run up on this bitch? Like, because I'm down. Okay, I am down.
Never mind. You will catch me on wax saying it. 99 2000s podcast at Gmail. Please send us some. I'm not begging, but I'm just saying. Send us some questions. Send us some of your thoughts about what we're saying, so we can be sure to include them in our next show. So yeah, we also have something coming up where we'll be doing 2 episodes, 2 small ones throughout the course of the week.
Yeah.
Just to keep you guys, just in the conversation, in the know. So yeah.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Love y'all.